take it away, and Beal commits the foul. That'll be the second foul against Beal.
These are some of the most impressive Bradley Beal moments. Number 15. Let's start off with the time Bradley Beal broke a record that was previously held by none other than Michael Jordan. It's pretty shocking to break any record that Jordan holds in league history considering his greatness, but Beal was one of the few who did. He did it back in 2021 when he scored over 25 points for the 17th straight game. Jordan previously held that record back in 1988 when he dropped 25 plus for 16 straight games. Number 14. Beal put Paul George in the microwave after hitting him with all sorts of moves on this play. The Indiana Pacers and the Washington Wizards were locked in a tight playoff series. Indiana was up 3-2 with a strong lead in this game, but Washington wasn't quite done yet. Beal did this to George early in the third quarter to try and set the tone moving forward.
4 on 3 on the ball reversal. Those trailers are still coming. Here is Beal.
Did you see that? Beal had him falling behind a couple times in just this one possession, but making him stumble right before he hits a nice jump shot is just the icing on the cake. Not exactly what George had in mind at the beginning of that play. Number 13. This next shocking moment ended in a game-clinching shot. It was a tie game between the Orlando Magic and the Wizards, and Washington was inbounding the ball with just 0.8 seconds on the clock. With seemingly no options here, Washington still found a way to let Beal win the game. Take a look at what happened.
They float it to the rim, and it's good. Score the basket.
Even though he was tightly contested, he was able to get up higher than his defender and snag the ball while simultaneously aiming it towards the net and releasing it in under a second. He makes it look so effortless here, and yet it shocked everybody in the Orlando arena. Number 12. It's really hard not to get shocked as a basketball fan when your team allows the impossible to happen. The Dallas Mavericks fans felt this pain against Beal and the Wizards in this one. With 1.8 seconds on the clock, Dallas had a 1-point lead. They were likely okay with letting Washington get off a contested three-pointer for the win, but wanted to make them work for it. And this is how it actually went down.
Oh, he's
Troy Brown Jr. finding Beal. Beal puts it up and in! And the Wizards take the lead. There is still time on the clock.
How in the world do you allow somebody a free lane to the rim? Not only that, but how do you let the team's best player slip right on through for the easiest game winner of his life? If this game was played in Dallas, the whole stadium would have just fallen completely silent. I gotta hand it to Beal though, he took what was given to him and it was certainly an impressive accomplishment. Number 11. Beal is just so crafty that half his moves are likely to shock any defender. The game was on the line for this next play we've got lined up, and Beal took on 2 Oklahoma City Thunder defenders to try and break a tie with 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Instead of just settling for a normal jump shot from anywhere on the court, he went and made it as difficult a shot as possible. Check it out.
Fans on their feet. Bradley Beal, he's got to look. Waits. Shoots off balance. Dagger!
He made a nice pump fake, but it probably surprised the players that he would even attempt it considering the time left on the clock. Beal knew exactly what he was doing though because he didn't give the Thunder any time left and he hit a tough, leaning shot for the win despite tight defense. Number 10. It didn't take long for Bradley to find his place in this league. The young guard played in just 3 NBA games before he showed everybody his potential. In his 4th career matchup, Beal went out and dropped 22 points against the Milwaukee Bucks. Sometimes rookies have good performances, but in just their 4th game, that's pretty impressive. Number 9. He joined a legendary group of guys in league history back in 2016. This was when he became the youngest player to ever reach 700 career three-pointers. Other players who were already on that list when he made it were Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, and J.R. Smith. However, none of them reached the 700 mark at a younger age than Beal did, proving his stellar deep shooting ability. Number 8. There are times when even the most prolific of performances can't save your team. And Beal learned that the hard way last year when he dropped a career-high 60 points on the Philadelphia 76ers. It seemed like he wanted to beat the 76ers on his own that night, and he was just unstoppable. He made 20 out of his 35 field goal attempts and 13 out of 15 free throws. Unfortunately, though, the Wizards weren't able to win the game in the end and wasted his stellar 38 minutes of play.
That ties Gilbert Arenas' 60.
Number 7. This next moment is ridiculously impressive, and not just for Beal, but for his former teammate Russell Westbrook. This play would not have happened if one of those guys wasn't out there that night. The Wizards were looking a little rough at the end of this game with the Brooklyn Nets. Shots stopped falling, and it looked like Brooklyn had sealed the game in the final 15 seconds. However, Beal kicked an unbelievable series of events into motion by draining a deep three-pointer. And take a look at how this crazy 7-second series went down.
Beal will pull up for three. He hits it. Game Matthews with a steal. Here's Westbrook for three. He hits it. Wizards up by one.
Before we move on to this next play, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can see more of our content in the future. Alright, on to number 6. Beal's handles are just underrated at this point. This play comes between the Wizards and the Chicago Bulls. Beal took the ball on offense and just went to work on his defender, hitting a beautiful spin move and slicing through the lane as he drove towards the basket. He kept it all off with a soft touch on the layup to bring it all together. Have a look for yourselves and see just how great this play from Beal was.
For Hachimura. Beal, nice spin. Oh, what a step to get through and finish.
As you can see, the defenders on this play just didn't have a chance. He countered their every move to score on this possession. Number 5. Beal is currently the all-time leader for the Wizards when it comes to total three-pointers made by a single player for the team. While this is quite the impressive accomplishment on its own, it's even more impressive when you realize that it's helped him rocket up to second place on the team's all-time points leaderboard. Beal currently sits behind Elvin Hayes for that top spot, and if he continues at the insane pace that he's going at right now, he could potentially shoot up to number 1. Number 4. Bradley had himself a beautiful tournament run when he competed in the 2010 FIBA Under-17 World Championship. He competed on Team USA and averaged a whopping 18 points per game throughout the series, despite being so young with so many other talented young players on that same roster. He helped Team USA win the entire tournament that year and was named to the All-Tournament team. That's not enough for you. Beal also won the MVP award that year to stand out even further. Number 3. I mean, there's not much more that a defense can do here. This play just shows how dominant Bradley is on the offensive end. He finds himself trapped between two Miami Heat defenders, yet breaks free and makes an improbable shot.
Reel it in. Bradley Beal. Oh, what a move. What a play by Bradley.
3 different guys had a chance to slow Beal down, yet nobody even really got that close to stopping him. He also could have slammed it down to make it even more of a crazy play, but his athletic layup was impressive nonetheless. Number 2. In overtime, with 1 minute left, Beal made a potentially broken play turn into a positive for his team. The Wizards and the Los Angeles Lakers were lined up against each other here, and Beal took the ball with a 2-point lead down the stretch of this game. He made a move but seemingly lost possession of the ball. It looked like the ball was going to end up back with the Lakers until he was able to do this. It literally looked like he used the loose ball to get a speed boost towards the rim and finish the layup. A lot of guys probably wouldn't have been able to catch up to that ball and still maintain their drive to the rim like that with bodies flying at them. Number 1. Let's end this video with a beautiful pass because we haven't seen much of those from Beal here. Beal made a few excellent dribble moves to keep the defense on its toes at the beginning of this drive to the rim. However, he knew that he was walled off and realized that his teammate would be open down low. Instead of forcing up a bad shot, Beal sent this beauty of a pass forward. 2 different Portland Trailblazers couldn't react quick enough to the lightning-fast pass from Beal here, and it resulted in 2 easy points. That's it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe down below. Also, a video just appeared on your screen, so make sure to click it now and keep watching.